Page 14, La Cinquantaine or some such thing. I don't pronounce it right. The enunciation for that is underneath the music there on page 14. You see it, the Golden Wedding. Well, I'll call it the Golden Wedding because I can say that a lot better. Let's look the piece over. It's 2 pages, pages 14 and 15 in this book. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature. I'll talk about the repeat signs and all that in a minute. I don't agree with what they're doing, but we'll talk about it. So I'm going to kind of take this both hands together because it's really one hand or the other playing. You're not playing at the same time. So I'm going to take both hands here. The left hand starts and his third finger on A here. That puts the hand in this position. The right hand starts with second finger on E here. That puts the right hand in this position. So we're here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Remember the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and. Okay. Let's go to measure 5. See the numbers above the staff in the little boxes? Those are measure numbers. And in the second line here, you get 2 of them. A 5 and a 13. That's because it's repeated. So the first time you go through it, it's 5. But when you repeat it and do it again, it'll be measure 13. It's important because when you're playing an ensemble with somebody, you're playing with other people, they may not have repeats like you do. They may not have that. So you have to have individual measure numbers. When you repeat a section, they have to be different in order to stay with the other people in their music. It keeps it all correlated. Yeah. Measure 5 is the first measure of the second line. You're here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3. Remember the dotted half notes, the same as 3 quarter notes. Let's go down to measure 17. Next line. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and. And the whole note gets 4 counts, and you do that some more. Okay. I don't see anything terribly tricky as far as the notes and go. Just count it out very carefully. And I connect everything right now. But once you're comfortable with it and you work out the hesitations, then we can add in the phrasing and staccatos and stuff. So the first 2 notes are slurred. It's a slur, not a phrase, because a phrase is a musical sentence, is a musical thought, and the 2 notes don't cut it. So, and then staccato, and I'm hinging at the wrist on the staccatos. Boom, boom, short. Let's lift up. Lift up. Staccatos and slurs, you can put them in. Once you're comfortable with that, sort of, we think about the dynamics. Has an MF at the beginning, a mezzo forte, which is sort of loud. Not really loud, just sort of loud. Whatever you think that is. You get down to measure 17, you go up a little bit to loud. Forte. And you get to measure 21 at the top of page 15. A lot of numbers there, isn't it? You go down to soft. Piano, piano, soft. Measure 25, you go back up to moderately loud like you were at the beginning. You get the idea? So you're changing your dynamics a little bit, and it's important that you do that. And then finally the speed. Dancing lightly. Well, good luck figuring that out. You think of people dancing to this, but they're not going crazy. Somewhere 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Feel that throughout. Now let's talk about these repeat signs and things going on here. At the end of the second line on page 14, you see the last 2 measures there. There's a 1 with a line over it. That's called an ending. And because it has the 1, it's called the first ending. You see at the beginning of the third line, there's two measures with a 2 and that's called the second ending. You can have a third ending and a fourth ending and who knows what's going on. But the idea is the first time you play it, you play the first ending. The second time you play it, you play the second ending. You skip the first ending because you've done it. You play the second ending. My problem with what they've done is they put a reverse repeat sign at the beginning of the piece. You see, the rule for repeat sign is you go back to the last reverse repeat sign, if there is one, and you play that stuff again. If there is no reverse repeat sign, you go back to the beginning and play it all again. So since in this case we would go to the beginning anyway, we don't need a reverse repeat sign. If you're writing out music or doing something, please don't put a reverse repeat sign at the beginning of the piece. It's not needed. Now, if it was somewhere else and we were repeating some little part of somewhere else, that might need a reverse repeat sign to keep you from going all the way back to the beginning. So the first time you do this, you're going to go play the first two lines. Then you're going to repeat back to the beginning. You're going to do the first line again and the first two measures of the second line. You skip the first ending and you go to the third line and then you go on from there. It just adds another line or so to the piece, so it's a little longer than it looks like. And that's why the measure numbers are like that. At the beginning you get a 1 and a 9. Well, the first time it's measure 1, but when you repeat it, it's measure 9. Okay. Let's play this together very slowly and double check all the notes and rhythms and things. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to do it all about the same. We will do the repeat, the first and second endings, and I will do the staccatos and stuff. So I'll give us 4 counts. Now this is just to check to make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. This is all this is for. So learn it first and then check it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 1, 2, 3, repeat. 3, rest. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. There's a duet for this at the bottom of these pages. I'd like to play that, and you play what you just played. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. It's supposed to be a dance. And I need you to go up an octave again, like we've been doing. So just pretend the middle C on the piano, rather than here, is up here. And rather than here, you're up here. I'll give us 4 counts now, and we're going to speed this. I've got the metronome on way high up here, so it's like you're up here. Make sure you can play it that fast without any hesitations anywhere, or this won't work. So, 1, 2, ready, go.